Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Daisy. I am so happy that we are almost at the end of the year, and I can say that this year has been a very big blessing to me. I don't know what you guys can say about this year, and I have learned a lot of lessons when it comes to my mental health journey. And so I have just like put together 5 lessons that I have learned this year when it comes to my mental health journey. So to me, this journey was a journey that was very intentional, and when I was starting it, I actually didn't know that I was going to start a YouTube channel just came on the way during the COVID-19 pandemic. And then things happened almost at the end of last year. I think the first channel that I had was brought down due to some issues. I've never quite really figured out why it was brought down, and so I decided to just start another one because it's something that I really wanted to put out there. So as I've said, the journey was not easy at all, but getting to where I am right now, I have realized that the journey was 100% worth it. So guys, one of the lessons that I learned early this year is when it comes to attachment styles. When it comes to attachment styles, these are subconsciously how you attach yourself to your romantic relationships or to the relationships that are closer to you. And it depends on the relationship that you had when you were growing up and how you were brought out. You had your early childhood, so how you react to people, how you relate to your romantic partners or your relationship has a very big percentage is determined by your attachment style. Now there are different attachment styles. I think there are 4 attachment styles, and I was working towards the secure attachment style. I realized that I had a fearful avoidant attachment style, and this was I also had the anxious attachment style, but it was like a little percentage compared to the fearful avoidant. And I realized like when I'm in relationships or it's either like I'm hot or cold. I don't have like a balance. It's either like I'm up there or I'm down here. And then I had this fear of my partner leaving me, and I had to go back and sit down and really look how I can work on this attachment style when it comes to the fearful avoidant attachment style. And again, you'll realize that I realized that I used to avoid whatever it was that I'm feeling. So when I feel like, oh, I'm so close to my partner or we are like tight, and like just pull away from them. And to me, this was a journey that this was one lesson that I learned that really opened my eyes to who I really was. So guys, when you're going through your mental health journey, try go and research about attachment style. Personally, I did my research, or the questions that I answered, they're just like those questions, like the personality test questions. That is how, I did for School of Development, if I'm not wrong. If you just Google School of Development attachment style quiz, you will get there. And I think they supply the best way, they explain in the best way possible that you can easily understand. And also you can subscribe to the newsletter, so if they can be sending you emails about your attachment style and what you can do. And I think to me, it's just it has been a journey, and I'm so happy that I found out about my attachment style. Just lesson that I learned this year when it comes to my mental health was on self-sabotage. Also, self-sabotage was a very big thing that I learned this year. I also did a video on it, so guys, you can go check on it. And I just hope that you'll find whatever it is that you're missing, or the missing link that you have. Guys, I think it is very essential to stop self-sabotage, and that was the second greatest lesson I learned when it comes to mental health this year. The third lesson that I learned when it comes to mental health is it is easier said than done. The mental health journey is not an easy journey. And sometimes I feel like I'm in a bad mental space. I can't even come and record a video. Sometimes I feel like I have given people like tips on what to do when this happens, or when you're feeling this and this way, and I can't even apply it to my own life. And let me tell you guys, these are just some of the challenges that I learned, and one of the lessons I learned this year. It is easier said than done, because the mental health journey is a very intentional journey. You have to be very intentional about it, because if you don't, it's very easy to slip back and fall back to where you were. But again, I would say that it is don't be too hard on yourself. That is when self-sabotage also comes in. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just be patient with yourself, and even if you fall, just rise again and continue with the journey. The fourth lesson that I've learned when it comes to mental health this year is that you will never be completely healed. Oh, this one is tough, but it is very true, guys. You will never be completely healed. You will never get to a point where you're like, I am healed right now. I think, to me, in my own opinion, I just look at us. Today you're in a better place than you were yesterday, and you're supposed to take like a step at a time. So it is a journey that is intentional, that you're like, oh, and let me just tell you guys, today will be like 2 steps in front, tomorrow you'll be like 5 steps behind. It happens. And the more you continue the journey, the more you realize things about yourself, and you're like, oh, this happened because of this also happened because of this. Because it is not a journey that you can say, now I'm setting my mental, it's not like a disease. You're like, oh, I've started taking drugs today, and so like in 2 weeks time I expect my body to be feeling well. You will feel better, you'll be more confident in yourself, that I assure you. But they will never come to, like, it will never come to a point you'll say that I am healed now, I'm good. Because again, life happens, and when life happens, you let life happen. You just get to a point like you feel that you're mentally stable, like you can now master your emotions. You can now know why you do certain actions, and now work towards them and make yourself better, make yourself a better communicator, make yourself a better partner, a better girlfriend or a better boyfriend in a relationship, a better husband or a better wife for those people who are married. So it is a journey, and it's definitely worth it. Right now I can say it's like 2 years. Sorry, right now I can say it's like 2 years since I started my journey. And where, hey, when I was starting my journey, I had a lot of anxiety. I didn't have self-worth. Just looking back, I was a mess. I really didn't know who I was. But right now, it's worth it. The fifth greatest lesson, and the last lesson that I learned this year, is you are not always right. You have to work on yourself. You're not always right. You're not always on the right side. Sometimes you are wrong. Sometimes you talk to people badly. And one of the greatest challenges that I had this year, that I just came to realize, is emotional outbursts. Like, I really didn't know how to deal with my emotions when I was angry. Mostly when I was angry, I just had like these outbursts, and like now I used to like channel them to the people that are close to me and the people that I like the most. And to some extent, I didn't like when I was doing it, but again, to some extent, like, so like something makes me angry, instead of dealing with it, I channel it to another person and I talk to them badly, or and it was tough, guys. I'm telling you, it was tough. But and then I think also I just prayed about it, and I told God to give me the self-consciousness that when I'm feeling emotional, when someone is has made me angry, I just take things slow, and to give me self-control, because it's very it's very hard, like someone just making you angry and you maintaining your calm. And I think that is one of the things that I'm currently working on. It doesn't matter, like whatever someone has done to me, I decided to be in control of my own life and in control of my own emotions. Guys, when you're in this journey, you'll realize that you'll keep learning a new thing about yourself every day, and some things will be good, because even if I'm saying these things, I know today I've said like, oh, self-sabotage, I was doing this, on the wrong. But apart from these lessons that I learned, there are also very good things that happened to me. Like, I could form very strong friendships and strong relationships, healthy boundaries, and I discovered so much about myself that I'm loving it. And the journey has definitely been worth it. you won't regret it. So those are the 5 lessons that I learned during that I learned this year when it comes to mental health, guys. And thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. It means the world to me, it really does. And one challenge that I'll just leave you with is, whatever it is that you're going through, don't it's not your end. So just hold on, a little bit. You're going to make it. You're going to make it through. So don't end your life. You can talk to someone, find a therapist. There's still hope. I was once there, but I'm now in a better place, and I'm still working on myself. So guys, that is all that I had for you today. I am so happy to make this video, and I think it will just be coming out almost immediately. God bless you and have a nice moment. Bye.